calling Andrew. Hello, is this Andrew?
Yes.
Andrew, Paul, Outsider Tackle Box radio show and podcast. Got my good buddy Tommy in the studio. Say hi, Tommy.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Thanks for coming.
What's going on with you guys?
We're awake. It's Saturday morning here in SoCal, and yeah, it's all right. Ain't too bad.
Yeah, thanks for coming on the show. The idea behind the radio show and podcast is to spread happiness to the world through the joys of fishing.
That's right.
And we feel like fish photos do just that. You send in a couple of Sandbass spotties. And so we're happy to have you on the show. The format is just to share where you caught the fish, the bait that you were using, and the size of the fish if you were able to measure it in any way.
All right, cool. Which one do you want me to start with?
Yeah, wherever and whatever you want to do, man.
Yeah, let's start with the one that you are night fishing. Let's do the night fishing one.
You can start off by saying, Paul, thanks for having me on the show. You suck. Tommy, you're a pretty cool guy. And this is my story. You can start off like that. I don't care. That's fine.
Okay. Sure.
All right, go for it, Andrew.
Well, the first fish that I would talk about is the first one in the two that you posted, and that's the one in the daytime. Mm-hmm. I wasn't actually supposed to be fishing that day, so I just decided, screw it, let's go out and fish.
It's always a good plan.
I usually just use a Kitech swim bait because the action on the bottom, when you're slow dragging it, gives it more action than like a big hammer.
Okay.
And because these fish color doesn't matter, but the action of the lure does, in my opinion.
Okay, cool. So the Kitech swim bait?
Yeah, so it was a really windy day that afternoon. The wind was like 18 miles an hour. And I cast it out. Where I fished took this wall in Alamitos Bay. And I cast it out next to this wall, and I just slow dragged it, and he bit right up against the wall. It was pretty awesome, and I was able to the tide was low enough so I could watch him fight. It was actually really cool.
Nice. Now, where were you fishing at?
Alamitos Bay.
Alamitos Bay. Got it.
All right. Yeah, that's local, so we can try that out.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Andrew?
And then I'm from Itzo Beach, so like right now.
Right here, right next to us.
Neighbors, bro. Okay. All right. So the other one you said at night, that was your night fishing one. What do we got here?
That was actually a couple months ago when I first got into kayak fishing. That was on my old kayak, and I went out with a group of friends, and we were just fishing, and that was in Alamitos Bay, but it was near a different wall.
Okay.
And same thing, but this guy bit it on a drop, and I was not expecting it. I was getting a bird's nest out, so it was in free spool.
Oh, fun.
And he just took line up. I was like, oh, God, what do I do?
Yeah, that's when you just grab the line and start picking it up.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. The bait caster didn't want to go back into gear, and I was like, oh, what do I do now? This isn't supposed to happen.
Yeah. That's awesome,
but
man.
Definitely the Kitech. So those are my favorite lures to use because just the action, like, and you compare them like with the 1/4, just like I use like the shrimp jig head meant for live shrimp, but it's just the way the shank and the hook sits in the bait. It also gives it more action to where the whole thing's moving.
Cool. So the shrimp jig head with the Kitech swim bait, and go to town.
Yes, it does. And then sometimes I use scent when the water's muddy.
Cool. Yeah, no, we'll have to get together or something, man. I mean,
we're part of the Death from Above fishing group. We forgot to mention that.
Yeah,
that's where we found out Andrew, and
we're part of a lot of fishing groups because we're awesome.
Well, this is local, so you definitely, I imagine, are going to see Tommy and I fishing somewhere with that group. Hopefully, you're there, Andrew, and if not, we like to get out with people who live close to us, and we've met a few people so far. So thanks for those of you who invited us to go fishing. We get out when we can. Usually, Saturday. Well, we do the show Saturday, so after the show we can go fishing with you.
After the show,
and then Sundays we'll head out, and then during the weeks kind of hit or miss because Tommy and I are running the store and doing just
everything else. life.
We got kids, family, and all that.
Yeah,
So we
but
don't get as
yeah, but we like I said, we're being in Huntington Beach, we're right near you. Seal Beach is a hop, skip, and a jump. We're always out there fishing the like, well, I always fish like Ray Bay and like the San Gabriel River outlet, and you know heck, I fish Seal Beach Pier. So I mean, it's fun just to go out every once in a while.
Thanks for please continue to send in photos so that we can share with others on the I'm an Outsider fishing group, also our Outsider Tackle Box Facebook page.
Yep.
And if you have a YouTube or Instagram,
You guys still there?
just we're here.
Yeah, we're here. We're here.
Did we lose you? Well, thanks for coming on the show. I think we lost the call, but Andrew was able to share the story with us.
Yep.
So from all of us here at Outsider Tackle Box radio show and podcast, tight lines, fish more, and next time.
Yeah, for sure.